Good morning, class, and Mr. Poole back here to teach you about comparing and ordering fractions with unlike denominators. Now, we all know if you're comparing fractions with like denominators, all you have to do is look at the numerator and you can tell which one is greater. If 2/3 is greater than 1/3, then you just look at the numerator, 2 is greater than 1. But with unlike denominators, okay, it's a little more complicated. Okay, first of all, say you had 5/7 and you were comparing it to 2/3. Okay, the first thing is I like to draw an M. And we're going to find all the multiples of 7 and all the multiples of 3. So finding the multiples just involves skip counting. Okay, so I usually go up to about 30, and then I usually stop. If I need to go higher, then I'll go higher. But usually you can find a common denominator by about 30. So all the multiples of 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. We'll go ahead and stop there. I think that should be enough. And then all the multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. We'll go ahead and stop there, and we hope that is enough. And then you want to find the least common multiple. The smallest one they both have in common. So the least common multiple. Okay, the smallest number that both 3 and 7 have in common. So if you look here, okay, I see they both have 21 in common. And I don't see another number smaller that they both have in common. Okay, so I think the least common multiple is 21. So now I found the least common multiple, what do I do with it? I change both the denominators into 21. So I'm going to go ahead and change this one into 21, and I'm going to change this one into 21. So the next step is, how do we get this fraction to be with 21 in the denominator? Well, guys, it's equivalent fractions. So we're going to times both sides by the same thing. So I know that 3 times 7 is 21. And that gets me 21 in the bottom. So I have to multiply the numerator times 7. So 2 times 7 is 14. My new fraction is 14 21st. And that's an equivalent fraction to 2/3. Okay, so over here, what times 7 gets me 21? You're right, 3. So I'm going to multiply both sides times 3. So up on the numerator, 5 times 3 is 15. Here's my new fraction over here. Now, they both have the same denominator, so all I have to do is compare the numerators. Is 15 larger than 14? It is. So I would put my symbol facing the 15. So I would say 15 21st is greater than 14 21st. Or 5/7 is greater than 2/3. Now, that's how you find the common denominator, finding the least common multiple. So using the least common multiple, and that works 100% of the time. It'll work for you every time. As long as you work it out like that, it'll work. So it's a great strategy to use. Now, a little quicker strategy to use, and this works 100% of the time, is cross multiplying. Okay, so watch how I do it on this fraction right here. If you cross multiply, so you multiply these two numbers together and you get 35. The key is you always have to put it in the upper corner. You put it in the upper corner. And then you multiply these two together, you cross multiply, and you get 36. And then you just compare these two whole numbers. 36 to 35, well, 36 is greater. So you would say 6/7 is greater than 5/6. Now, you get the same results from each of these methods. This one is a lot quicker, okay? The only reason you wouldn't use this all the time is if you were comparing more than two fractions. So that's why you can't use the cross multiplying method all the time, because it only works when you're using two fractions. So let's try it again down here. So watch what we do. Go from the bottom to the top. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 3 is 9. Which is greater, 10 or 9? Yeah, 10 is greater. So you would do the symbol, you would face the symbol this way toward 2/3. So 2/3 is greater than 3/5. Now, if you want me to try the cross multiplying on these two fractions, I can show you how that works, and it'll reinforce our answer right here. So if I multiply these, I get 15. If I multiply these, I get 14. What's greater? 15. So my symbol will go this way. That's the same results we got right here. Okay, and you might find something cool in math. Look at this. The numerator over here is 15. The numerator over here is 14. Look at the numbers we get up here. 15 and 14. That's not a coincidence. Okay, that'll happen every time if you solve it this way and if you solve it with the cross multiplying way. You will get those same numbers will be your numerator numbers for the least common multiple way to find comparing fractions. Okay, so 2 different ways to compare and order fractions with unlike denominators. Now, you might say, why would we use this way when this way is so much quicker? Okay, for 2 fractions, I wouldn't use this way. I wouldn't use this way for 2 fractions, because this way is a lot quicker for 2 fractions. Now, when you get up into 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade math, they give you more than 2 fractions. They give you 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 fractions that you're comparing, and you have to put them in order. Okay, so when you get up to 3 and 4 fractions, this is the way that's going to work. Okay, using the least common multiple. Okay, so this way will work, the cross multiplying, just for 2 fractions, but when you get more than 2 fractions, then you're going to have to use the least common multiple method and find a common denominator. All right, thanks for listening, and I appreciate all your likes and subscribes. Keep doing that if you like these videos. Keep liking, keep subscribing, and I'll keep making them. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye. Bye.